In this video, I want to have a look at using formulas to solve problems. So our first example says the radius of a cone can be found using the formula r equals the square root of 3v over pi h, where v is the volume of the cone and h is its height. So the question asks us to calculate the radius of a cone with a volume of 3,200 centimetres cubed and a height of 50 centimetres. So we'll rewrite our formula as it is. So r equals the square root of 3v over pi h. And then we'll substitute in what we know. So we've got our square root of 3 times the volume, which was 3,200, divided by pi times the height, which was 50. So then we're going to put that all in your calculator, and if we round it to one decimal place, we'd end up coming out with 7.8 centimetres for the radius of that cone. So it's important when you're putting that in there that it's taking the square root of all of that. So you need to make sure you've got your brackets in the right places. Our second example is going to use the compound interest formula, which is a equals p outside of 1 plus r to the power of n. Asks us to find the value of r this time when a is 22,000, p is 14,000, and n is equal to 8. So we'll rewrite our formula again. So a equals p outside of 1 plus r to the power of n. Fill in what we know. So we've got that 22,000 equals 14,000 outside of 1 plus r to the power of 8. So now we need to rearrange it to eventually get this r on its own. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide by this 14,000. So we'll do that to both sides. If you put that in your calculator and write it as a simplified fraction, we end up with 11 over 7. And we've got 1 plus r to the power of 8 left on this side. I'm just going to rewrite it so that we've got our variable on the left-hand side of our equation. So that's just flipping the whole thing over. All right, the next thing we want to get rid of is this power of 8. If that was a squared, we'd take the square root. If it was a q3, we'd take the cubed root. Because it's an 8, we're going to take the 8th root. So we're going to have 1 plus r is equal to the 8th root of 11 over 7. And the last little step we'd have to do is to subtract that 1. So we'll go r equals, we've still got that 8th root of 11 over 7, and then we're going to subtract 1 from that answer. If you put all of that in your calculator and we round to 3 decimal places, we should end up with 0.058 as your answer for r. So that's 2 examples of using formulas to solve problems.